What's going on YouTube? How's everyone doing today? We are hanging out with my little brother Logan, and I'm going to be teaching him how to replace brake lines on this Chevy Tahoe. We already replaced 2 of them, and in doing so we actually blew another one out, so we're just going to go over covering and go over replacing and bleeding the brakes on this Chevy Tahoe real quick. So it should be fairly easy. It's one of the lines that runs under the frame. Like I said, we already changed 2 of them out because we were having an issue with it. I guess welcome to New England and rusty stuff. So that's about it. It's gonna be fairly quick and easy. It shouldn't be anything too crazy. We'll just cover the bleeding process. I don't have an ABS bleeder to bleed the module, so it might cause a little bit of an issue, and we might get an ABS light or some soft pedal still, but we're gonna try our best to get all the air out of the system. He's gonna be helping me for today, and yeah. You excited to learn how to change a brake?
Yeah.
Brake line, I guess, yeah. Alrighty guys, so we get one of those lengths of pre-done line already. It was just easier. This isn't going to be perfect because it's just a beater, but we have a union to connect these 2 lines because we needed about 80 inches and they had a 70 and a 12, so that's what we're doing. We're going to get under there, under the truck. I think I should be able to show you. So the line we're replacing runs from that fitting right there. You can see the union right there, all the way back to right up here, where you can see we already replaced 1 line, but when we were tightening this one down, it's all rusty right here. You can see it sprung another leak, so that's gonna be the line we're replacing. We're just gonna get it out real quick. We don't, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not a show truck, so we're just gonna get it out of there and get it cleaned up and get the brakes working properly. Sorry, the humidity here is killing my camera, but we have this new line kind of just mocked up, just ran along the frame rail, and he's working on tightening. Make sure you don't break it. Oh. But we got it ran down along the frame, back, and to the back of the truck. So once we get this all snugged up, we're gonna go over bleeding the brakes. Alright guys, so now we're gonna bleed the brakes. Like I said, we don't have the ABS bleeder, but basically whenever you're bleeding brakes, you're gonna start from the furthest brake shoe or caliper or piston, whatever you want to call it, brake cylinder, away from the master cylinder. So in this case, the master cylinder is always up by the driver's side, so you're gonna do right rear, right front, and then left front. So usually that's gonna push the air out because you want to start as furthest away as possible and work all the air out of the system. So we're gonna do that. Should be good. Should be tightening them up. I just sprayed all the bleeder screws with PB Blast to get them loose. I'm gonna have my little brother pump the brakes, so it's usually pumped 3 times and hold, and then crack the bleeder. And you just want to let the fluid out or the air out until it's a steady stream of fluid, and then close it up and move to the next wheel. But you can see right there is the bleeder, and they're pretty rusty because of New England, but I already soaked them with PB Blast. Hopefully we can get them all off. They look like 13 millimeters or 12s maybe, I'm not sure. But we're gonna get a wrench on it and see if we can get all these brakes bled. Alrighty, so we have wrapped up the brake lines. We kind of bled them. I'm having issues bleeding them. I think it's the ABS module. We really need to get an ABS bleed, but we have no leaks. The truck stopped, so it should be good enough to get to somewhere where we can have it all done right. That's the problem with these newer trucks. If you don't have the right tooling to bleed the ABS system, you're gonna always have that kind of air stuck in there, so you're supposed to bleed that first, and then you got to bleed the brakes after you do the ABS system. So being that I don't have the proper tools with me at my house, but at least we have brakes to stop the vehicle now, the pedal's just a little soft. We're gonna get this thing taken care of. I'm about to wire up the radio. Hopefully, I'm not the best at wiring, but if I can wire up the radio real quick, my mom will be happy, and then that'll pretty much wrap it up for this little build that we're doing on this Tahoe. So it already had an aftermarket radio in it, but it broke, so all we should be doing is just cutting and splicing the wires back together with the wiring harness, and we'll be ready to go. As you can see, it's already been spliced once. We have the new harness, so we're just gonna match the wires, which should be pretty easy off the plug, pretty straightforward. So just gotta wrap that up, see if we can get music out of it, and that's gonna pretty much be it for today. And then I gotta go catch my flight back to California. Alrighty guys, moment of truth. See if everything works. We just matched the colors on what was on there. It's fairly simple. I know I didn't really cover it too much, but looks like everything works. But so the radio's done. I know I kind of rushed that part of it, and I couldn't get the brakes bled like I said. But basically the point of today in this video is that I am flying back to California right now. This is my last day in Rhode Island, and I have to say goodbye to the Duramax. So I gotta part ways and just, you know, be done. It's a sad day for me. I've had this truck with me for the last, I don't know, 5 years or so. We're leaving it here so that way I can start moving all my stuff back and everything, but oh well, I guess it is what it is. Need some loving. I'll be back in a few weeks to drive it, so at least we'll be busy, but yeah, this is goodbye for now. But I had a lot of fun with it. We always have a good time, and I love being in Rhode Island. It's always a fun time. So back to good old California. But that means that we can probably start working more on the other LOI, the stock one. So basically, maybe some things come turbo, trans, tunes, I don't know, something. We'll figure something out. And I know if you guys have been watching for a while, that Allison teardown video has reached 1,000 likes. So that means I have to build a trans on the channel. So expect that in the next few months. I don't know how, we gotta figure out some money and time and stuff, but basically expect that in the next few months for the channel. We'll be building the Allison and putting it in the red truck probably, so that's probably the plan. Hopefully get it all done right and before I have to drive across country on a fresh trans I've never tested before, but gonna be working with some people to get that done and just postpone this and save up some money to finish it. So alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for today. Yeah, I thought the video was gonna be all about the Tahoe, but I guess it's more of leaving now anyways. So if you guys are new here, drop a thumbs up. I know the truck content is kind of gonna slow down a little bit, but I am getting out of the Marine Corps here, so I gotta start focusing on that. I got a couple months left. So like I said, if you enjoy this video, drop a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe, and we will see you guys when I'm back in Cali.